Okay, let's channel a message here today. So this is going to be a good one, uplifting, because I'm already hearing joyous and victorious. So if those words are resonating with you, then this is for you. Give me 1 second here to tune in. Okay, so I'm seeing the number 17. They're saying 17 is significant. Maybe the 17th. Anyways, 17 is significant, and I'm seeing these dots. It's like something about connecting the dots. Okay, tell me more. Healing modalities that haven't been available on Earth are coming in, and they're coming in through you guys. They're coming in through you. These are specialized and intricate mathematical equations, truly at the depth of them, although they wouldn't present that way necessarily to you, but it is what they are. These healing modalities are going to be widely accepted, although not actually understood by the majority of people. It's going to be really good. Working life. Your working life is changing. It's happening right now, although you feel helpless at the moment and thinking and wondering why things are in fact actually falling apart for you at the moment. But this is okay, so because it has to be this way. So they're showing me, I would call this a ground cherry. They're like a fruit that is covered in its own paper, almost like a little gift. And it's showing that this protective layer, although it's very thin and extremely delicate, has been there protecting this fruit for a long time. However, they're also showing me ants, like there would be on ground cherries, and it's like the ants have gotten into this protective layer on the outside. Okay, so this is about parasites, parasitic energies, leaching, draining your energy from you. Okay. In order for you to fulfill what it is that you're actually really passionate about, and in fact happens to be your purpose, one of your purposes, one of the reasons why you came here, but a very important one. It's what is saying about special? It's your special mission. You have been allowing energetic parasites to get to you, and you felt like you were protecting yourself, because I can see this protection that's on the outside, and it's like, oh, I'm protecting myself from the sun, I'm protecting myself from the elements. Little did you know, you thought you could trust the ants. So there was a bit of a gateway that was open for them, and they have then come in. But I'm seeing currently, as you are listening to this right now and becoming aware of who these parasites are, they actually haven't done any significant damage to you yet. There's no bites, there's no I don't know what word I would use. There's no degrading of the fruit that is presently in there. Because right now, in this much needed moment for you, you're becoming aware. And now you're questioning yourself. When that person popped into your head, is it them? And yes, it is. So I need you to know that the doubt that you have had has allowed things to leach in and energetically eat away at you in the past. And this cannot happen this time. Okay, I'm concerned that if I cut these people off energetically, there will be consequences. You're right, there will be, but they'll be good. There'll be really beneficial consequences for you. There will actually be no negative side. And once these cords are cut and removed, clipped, the parasites, you're going to see, you're going to feel relief. First of all, that'll be your first sign that you get is kind of a feeling of relief of like, oh, I probably should have done that a long time ago. Okay. And the second thing that you will realize is that you're better off on your own than you are carrying around parasites. And then the third thing that you will realize is that times are tough when you don't have all your energy to yourself. Now, this doesn't mean that we shouldn't be sharing our energy with other people. What this means is that we need to be discerning about those who lift us up and those who drag us down. And so often people will drag us down to a place where we were in the past because it was comfortable for them. And if you don't want to go back to this place in the past, then you can't take them with you. Everyone is here helping us. So even these parasites, they're helping us to realize like, oh, that's not what I want anymore. They're helping us to realize who we really are at our core. Now, age has nothing to do with this, although I'm seeing the age 64 for whatever reason. So it has nothing to do with this because our souls are infinite in all ways. Just because our human age is saying something doesn't mean that the maturity is there, because there's a number in front of our name that seems like it should have a maturity attached to it. This is not always the case. Sometimes there are 2-year-olds that are more emotionally, energetically intelligent than someone who is 99 years old and didn't learn the lessons. Because they're still playing the role of a victim. Okay, passionately, something is going to be shifting now for you. So this could be in career or in relationships, but passion. So I'm seeing like a fire being lit and really like motivation coming and fully turning online because you're now able to follow your passions. Whereas before that you energetically just decided to release the parasitic energies that are draining you, that motivation and passion was eaten up by those people, by the little doubts that they would throw, by even the energy, by the thoughts that they have in their head when you're not even with them. Just being energetically in proximity to these people, whether that means that they're in your house, or whether that means that they're on your phone, or whether that means that they're on your social media. When there is an access point, this is okay. So this is what I'm seeing. So like back to that like tomato thing, that ground cherry, which if you haven't had them before, it kind of tastes like a pineapple tomato. It's interesting. Anyways, that's what these cracks are. So it folds over on 4 sides. There's only 4 leaves that come up, and then these cracks that are in the middle could be like, oh, this person is on my social media. Oh, this person phones me all the time. Oh, this person is friends with someone in my family and I keep hearing stories about them, and every time I hear it, it drains me. So it doesn't necessarily mean that these people are directly involved in your life, or even someone that you might might consider a friend or an acquaintance, but even hearing stories on a consistent basis allows this energy to pour into these cracks, which then could affect the fruit, which is you. Okay, so then they're showing me 2 plus 3 equals 5. But then they're showing me 2 plus 3 equals 4. 2 plus 3 equals 3. Okay, so they're saying the value that you give to a number determines the outcome of it. And the only reason that it's hard and fast, these certain shapes that we believe mean something, is because we believed in them. So you've been believing something and thinking that this plus this is going to equal this, and this plus this is going to and it's showing me no, like that there's a billion outcomes, a billion that potentially could be present from the same thing, and that it's all the belief that you have put behind it and in it that get the results. Okay, so now I see in Apple with like a little worm sticking out of it. He's got little glasses. This reminds me of something I saw in elementary school that was, I think, on the front of one of my books, because it's sitting on a book. This apple's sitting on a book. Higher knowledge, wisdom, learning. Learning something new. Learning something new, but they're using not the spelling of new that you would be thinking of right now. It starts with the K. So learning something new. What does that mean? New. Okay, so it's like, oh, I thought I knew that already. But it's like you could take the same course right now and you would get all actual brand new information out of it if you open your mind and don't think like, I already know all the things. That is significant for someone. Okay, then they're showing a road, like the yellow lines down the middle of the road. And that there's groups of people traveling along the road. Like I see myself in this group with a few other people walking along the side of the road. And they're saying like, oh, this is a new highway. We haven't been here before. Like, isn't it funny how it still feels really comfortable because of the company that we keep? Okay, so it's showing like, a group of, myself included, a group of people going out, and even though it's completely uncharted new territory, it really doesn't feel new. It feels good. It feels comfortable because of the company that we're keeping. Okay. So then they're showing this whole pool. And it was like at one point, all of these people down here, not an actual pool, a pool of people. They're showing all these people, and it's like at one point, all of these people, it felt comfortable. But then it's showing like the groups getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and then down to zero, down to none. And then there's like a little gap. And then there's one person that comes in, and then there's 3 people that come in, and then there's 5, and then 6. And now it's still a small-ish group, but these are the right aligned people. This is how you know. This is how we know what. This is how you know when you're spiritually aligned, how you are meant to be. The proper people come out of the proper place and they meet you where you are at. But they're stressing and expressing that there is could be a period of loneliness prior to this outcome that comes. And you got to get through it. And that period of being alone, you learn, there's so much learning that is there. You learn discernment, you learn your own energy, you learn what it is that you want, you learn about draining energies, you learn about uplifting energies. You have access to yourself on a level that you don't have access to when you keep the company of other people around you all the time. And they're saying this even includes family. Sometimes we need to dismiss ourselves temporarily, especially if it's in the case of family, maybe, we need to dismiss ourselves sometimes from the groups, so we can be in this pure energy. And then they're showing, of course, Jesus in his cave and how he's like, even I had to do that. And I was surrounded by my people. They were my disciples. There was 12 of them. But even then, I still needed to have my own space and my own energy sometimes. It was important for my own personal growth. It was important for me to be able to maintain and be who it is that I am. I couldn't maintain that at all times, constantly in the company of other people. Okay, because they're showing, Christ, Jesus, energy centers. Okay, hold on now. Something's shifting here. Okay. So I'm just feeling this really peaceful energy and saying, okay, so in order to be able to maintain this, it was necessary to alleviate the energetic burdens of other people from my energy system for periods, for small periods of time. So if I had to do this is Christ talking, then certainly you do as well. Right? Okay, imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome happens when you don't take this time, because then you aren't really actually sure what is your energy and what isn't. And you also aren't sure about the beliefs that you hold and whether they're yours and the divine's, or whether they have come from everyone else or from books that you read. Okay. Dismissive energies. So there have been dismissive energies in your life, like people who thought like, oh, who are you? You're no one of importance. And this has taken an extreme effect on how you have been feeling. Don't let it. Now, I am seeing so much laughter. Like, I am seeing all these animals laughing. I'm just seeing laughter, and they're like, what a relief that those people are out of your energy system, because they aren't for you, and they aren't actually even fully human people. They are there to test you and to throw you off your path. Don't allow it. Go home. What does that mean? Okay, for some people, it literally means go home. And for some people, that means the home that you have behind your closed eyes. Yourself, your soul, your body. Okay, trusting the divine plan for you, even though it's completely unclear. Unapologetically unclear, they are saying. Like, we can't reveal the surprise before you get the gift. That would ruin the whole thing. Like, we're not going to apologize for not having it clear, but you can just trust that if you live in the moment and you live in the present moment and you do what you're supposed to do in that moment, call that person, write that letter, send that email, go for a walk, go to the grocery store, buy that item, gift it to that person that you see. When you follow these little steps of internal, which is also divine guidance without interference, you will be led to the path exactly where you're meant to go. There will be no mix-ups. There will be no confusion. And you will see that all of your perceived failures that you held in the past weren't failures, but that they were all necessary skills or learning or growth, personal growth, that needed to happen before this big thing happened. Before whatever it is that you're passionately subconsciously, soul level wise, constantly moving towards, whether you're aware of it or not. The only time that we become stuck and stagnant is when we get too comfortable with settling. We believe, oh, well, maybe we're supposed to settle. My parents showed me that. My siblings showed me that. My friends showed me that. My career showed me that. My relationship showed me that. They showed me that I should just be happy and settle. And yes, we should be happy, but there should be no settling for anything. This is not a harsh, I'm not settling for that kind of thing, but in the same way, it is a harsh, I shouldn't be settling for that kind of thing that you need to take inward and really examine and really look at. Looking forward into the future, would you say to yourself in 17 years from now, oh, I'm so glad I settled for this? Or would you want to grab onto your younger self and shake them and say, why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why would we settle for something when it's not even what we really wanted and it's not even why we came here? Oh, don't settle. We didn't come here for that. Okay, then I'm seeing a heart. A man with their heart kind of floating out like in the space and saying, won't someone love me? Okay, but then they're like taking me into this person and showing the internal workings of this person and saying, look for love, looking for love in all the wrong places. Okay, and then they're showing me through their eyes. It's like they're looking for it outside of themselves. And it says, that's not how you find it. Okay, and so it's in. It's looking for that love within, accepting all parts. Okay, so then I hear guilt and shame, and it's like, well, I can't love that guilt and shame. You must. You have to. Think of it as a demon that is stealing away your life force energy and that is trying to get you stuck, stagnant, and it's been working for a hot minute, keeping you stuck. And it will continue along in these ways as long as you continue to believe and put your faith in the guilt and the shame rather than in the love of the divine where it is meant to be. And when we say love of the divine, can't you remember, dear ones, that you are made of the pure elements of divine love and therefore are it, and therefore there is nothing not to love. We know that you believe in evil. And we want to tell you, disgusting as it appears, it's not real. It is a condition that has been produced by men's minds that has then take on energetic outward form into what I'm seeing as is like demons and entities, and therefore they were birthed and given life, but it began in men's minds and hearts. Don't allow this in the future of the planet. We're creating an era of love and peace, and there is no room for this demonic energy to exist. It simply doesn't need to exist. Spare tire. It's like putting on a spare tire and thinking that that's going to get you to the destination that you need to get to when it's just very limited. We can only drive on that tire for so long before now we don't got a tire at all. They're saying you need to put on the real rubber to meet the road, put on a real tire, and what this means is to put on the truth. And then all those tires on this car are turning into diamonds, and it can go forever. There's no chips, there's no cracks, there's no damage that's done. The truth can take you really far. But the lies will keep you stuck in the mud. And I'm seeing somebody literally stuck in a pool of like bubbling mud, something you'd see in like Yellowstone. And it's old. It's like, oh, this is so old. It's filled with dinosaur bones. It's like, this is ancient. This is the old way. This is the old way. We don't want this. And then somebody's grabbing onto a stick because someone's obviously assisting them. Okay, it's Jesus. And he's like giving him a stick to pull him out of the mud. This reminds me of Swiss Family Robinson when they're pulling the zebra out of the mud pit. And he's pulling them out. And then as soon as they're pulled out, they're no longer covered in the mud. They're glowing, beautiful white. They said, it's choose this. It's a decision. You're making a decision. You're choosing it. Then they're showing like this scary face, like it's scary to choose. It's scary to make these decisions. But that's been because you're basing these choices and decisions off of the past, not off of the present, and not off of the goodness that's in store for you in the future. So take heart and know that the choices and the decisions that you make will be divinely supported. Spot. So they're showing me like the dog named Spot. I remember like reading these books in like grade 1. Dog named Spot. And then they're showing like how you read like the dog, the cat. Should go back to the basics. Go back to the basics. What's the basics? Go back to the basics of belief. Don't complicate it with the different million threads that could come into thought and cause confusion and chaos. Go to the basics, which the basics, they're taking the S off of it. The basic is just love. And we need to remember this fully and deeply. And this includes self-love. You can't love someone properly when you don't actually accept and love yourself. They won't accept and love you either. Anything else? Okay, I'm showing, there's like a bouquet of flowers with a bow. This is being gifted, presented to someone as an apology. And then the person accepts it, and then they put it on their table. And then now when they look at it, they think about that apology and they think about the words that that person said, and they're contemplating it, they're thinking it. Keeping secrets. Underlying much pain for many people is secrets that have been kept. This secret keeping is very damaging to people because they aren't operating off of the full truth, allowing them to have a place of understanding. Okay, and then I'm being shown like keeping secrets. It's almost like there's like a birdhouse type thing in the core with a little door, and it's like, this is where I keep my secrets. Okay, what about this? Saying those secrets are like gold that hasn't been given away. Okay, and so then it's showing this person like dying, and they've got all this gold inside of them. It's useless to them now. They're dead. But it could have been so valuable to the people that they were supposed to give it to give that knowledge and that wisdom and that information to. So it's saying hoarding secrets is like hoarding knowledge, wisdom, information, gold, pure gold. And we are told explicitly, don't hoard your gold. What else here? Okay, so I'm feeling an energy shift. I feel like we're getting close to the end here. Sorry, I don't know how long this has been, but I'm showing a cob of corn with like butter that's all dripping off of it, and these little kids are eating it. They got like the little corn holders, and they're like, ooh, this is fun. Oh, there's so much joy. This is so fun. Okay, and then they're smelling it, and they're like putting salt on it and eating it, and they're like, see how much joy that you can get from eating a cob of corn. Be like the little children. Be like the little children. Bring back the joy. And you do this by attending the present moment, by being in it, by listening, by speaking when guided, by truly being present, by feeling and exploring all of the senses. They're saying all the 5 senses, even though we know there's more. 5 sense. Okay, so like, touch, smell, taste, sound, be present for all of these things, because there's magic in it. And you'll notice that you can only tune into, one of these sensations truly, fully, presently at a time, only one at a time. Either you're going to listen to the noise, either you're going to smell the smell, either you're going to taste the taste, either you're going to see what it is that you're seeing. But to be fully present, you have to give each of these gifts that you have been gifted presence and time. Otherwise, you're only absorbing a portion of the information and the knowledge that you could be absorbing from the present moment. Okay, and then they're showing like a mother, sitting on the couch reading a book to their kid, and the kid is noticing like these little things, like how the mother's hands look, how mother smells, what the page feels like, and the colors in the page, the sounds of mother's voice. Anchoring these things within them as a level of comfort for them. And okay, so they're saying this level of comfort is available to you all times, every second of every moment of every single day when you're present in that moment. Focusing even on just breathing can shift your energy extremely. Anything else? Okay, that's it. That's what we got for you guys today. Oh, dang, 30 minutes. Sorry. That was a lot longer than what I intended it for be. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in here today, and love you all. I'll see you in the next one.